Psychology Today put out this study that said we have approximately 60 to 80,000 thoughts every single day, and as many as 80% of those are negative or repetitive, like some sort of stuck thought. And so what that shows us is we all have a lot of self-doubt. Daily Dosers, my name is Connor McFadden, and today I want to talk about doubt. I want to take you to a story in the Bible where some of the disciples doubted, and I want to show you how God showed up so powerfully in this passage in a way that applies to us today. So the story is called the feeding of the 5,000. Now, the cool thing about this story, and I highly encourage you to do this, is look it up because it's in all four Gospels, which shows just how significant it is. It's talked about 4 different times. Each time tells us something a little bit different. And so the story is all the disciples, they're out doing miracles. They all come back and they come into this huge event, okay? So Jesus is teaching all these people, and we don't know how long it's going to go. It could go 1 day, 2 days, but it goes, I think, 3 days. There's no plan here. It's just Jesus, the people, they're hearing, they're understanding, he's teaching them, but there's no infrastructure to this plan. They just all show up. Now, can we just put ourselves in the position of the disciples for a moment? Because Jesus at a time says, hey, I want you to take care of these people. And it's easy to read this passage and go, like, what are these guys doing? Jesus asked you to do something. You should just trust in him. Yeah, but think of the logistics of this. We hear it's 5,000 people, but really 5,000 men, which means it's as many as 10,000 people, maybe even as many as 20,000 people. And Jesus says, these people are hungry. I want you to feed them. And we know that the disciples go, how are we going to do this? Okay? There is the doubt. There is the doubt. Even with Jesus, the guys closest to him are still doubting, okay? And he gives them this passage, and I love this. Actually, let me just tell you the story. I'll give it away. He feeds everyone. He multiplies bread and fishes, just a few. He feeds as many as 20,000 people. And later on, the disciples come up to him and they say, all right, hey, Jesus, we understand, but we don't understand. And Jesus gives them the answer. He says, do not work for food. This is in John 6:27. Do not work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. They're like, we totally get it. And then a second later, they're like, all right, we don't get it. And Jesus has to tell them everything. He has to explain it. But his explanation is so important because it's also really important for us as well. He says this, all right, Jesus declared in verse 35, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never go thirsty. As I told you, you have seen me and still do not believe. All those the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me, I will never drive away. I love this passage because he said it's all about me. His reminder to them is the same reminder to us, is that he's the one that's going to do the work. He wants to feed all those people. His heart is to save all those people. But the most important lesson I think that day was for the disciples to say, hey, it's not going to be about you. It's going to be about you utilizing me. The biggest part of this is a reminder for all of us that Jesus takes our little and he has the ability to do something amazing with it. Is that when we doubt, especially doubting, hey, God, are you going to use me? Or, hey, what do I have to do? Or how do I minister to these people? Sometimes our most important first step is just to go to the source and say, you are the bread of life. You are the person that's going to do this. My only part is just to connect to you, and you're going to do all the work. He's going to take my little and he's going to multiply it. He's going to blow you away. Daily Dosers, remember that. Go to him. He's the source. Plug in. He's going to take your little, and with it, he's going to do amazing things.